I am that crazy lady in the neighborhood with a rain jacket or an umbrella when it's raining. Or if it's 9 o'clock at night, I have a headlamp on, but I am going to get my 10,000 steps on my Fitbit or pedometer. So I haven't eaten fast food in decades because I work in public health and I feel like I need to set a good example. So it started out as a typical Thursday. It was February 27th. As we were getting ready, my husband just happened to mention that he was leading a conference call that morning. And so he left for work, and then as I went to work, I stopped at Panera to pick up bagels for the office. And as I was picking up the pretty large bag from the counter, I can remember just feeling pressure in the center of my chest. And I thought at that time, well, what could that possibly be? Is it because I took my vitamins and I didn't eat breakfast? I had never felt anything like that before.
Women don't always present with the classic elephant sitting on their chest. Many times they'll have more vague symptoms such as nausea, pain between the shoulder blades, arm pain, which doesn't necessarily fit with the chest pressure that is more of the classic teachings that you see.
When I arrived at Tallahassee Memorial Hospital, I can remember feeling really nauseous. And I thought to myself then, this is really bad. So I walked in and I interrupted the girl at the front desk and I said, I think I'm having a heart attack. And she said, Sugar, you sit down right here. And I started to get my insurance cards out of my wallet. She said, no, you just sign this. And before I knew it, they had a wheelchair and they took me back for a chest x-ray, put me in an exam room and did an EKG, and then they let my family come in. So my daughter, my granddaughter, Ava, and my husband were all there. And then an ER doctor came to the door and he said, hi, I'm Dr. Forstoffel. And I thought to myself, now my brain is messing up because that's not Dr. Forstoffel. And he said, you're my dad's patient, aren't you? And I said, yes, I am. And he said, are you healthy? I said, I'm very healthy. And he said, well, you're the only one of my dad's patients that's healthy. And they all laughed. He sat down next to me, to my left, and he asked me these questions. Do you have high blood pressure? I said, no. Do you have high cholesterol? No. Do you have cardiovascular disease in your family? No. Do you smoke? No. And about that time, I put my hand to my chest and I said, it's getting worse and I'm about to pass out. And with that, my heart stopped. They did CPR and used the paddles on me 3 times and brought me back.
I was actually down in the ER looking for a different patient that had recently had a heart attack when I walked by and I saw an ER physician performing CPR on a young woman. He called me urgently in to evaluate her, and we were able to obtain an EKG, which showed that she was having a large anterior wall myocardial infarction.
In my case, and really across the nation, 50% of men and 2/3 of women who die from a cardiac event have had no prior symptoms. So it's really not all that unusual to have no symptoms and to die from a cardiac event.
Once we found that she had a heart attack, we brought her up to the cath lab and we found a blockage that was 100% in one of the major arteries of the heart. And with that, we were able to open it up with a stent, and her heart function recovered quite nicely.
TMH is just amazing. I had all 3 of my kids there. It never occurred to me to go anywhere but TMH. They do more cardiovascular research here than they do at Chance. I mean, the fact that it wasn't just me having a heart attack that day. There were others in the ER. But they saved me.